guess what? I'm late to the game. I found this book by Tim Ferris, of all people, The 4-Hour Workweek. What an epiphany that was. Let's read it. Escape the 9 to 5, live anywhere, and join the new. Wow. And then, there's this guy on the graphic here who's between two palm trees, just chilling. I mean, how cool is that? So, reading the book, there's some really good points that I picked up. By experimenting, he can extract himself from his business and let the business earn the income. And actually, only have to do 4 hours. 4 hours a week, apparently, just to keep it running. The key things that I picked up, there's a Pareto principle, Pareto law, and that's where you have 20% of your input provides 80% of the outcomes. So, for example, he uses the case that 80% of his profits came from 20% of his customers. So if you think about it logically, you should focus the majority of your effort on 20 customers. And this rule is apparent everywhere where you are in life. What are some of the tips that I can tell you? The important thing is to think about stuff before you do it, like plan it, think about what is taking the time and get really good at it. One good person, there's so many good YouTubers out there. Ali Abdaal, shout out to you. His videos are great, and he talks about the system. You can stack your cards. So there's several ways of getting subscribers or doing well in YouTube. And one of the ways to accelerate your growth is by stacking your cards, which basically means either putting a lot of effort into learning the skills to deliver YouTube videos really quickly, smoothly. And the other thing is, Ali talks about unfair advantages now. My unfair advantages is that, I got a degree from Cambridge, and that puts me in a good setup. That kind of thinking and broad knowledge base puts me in a specific niche with this YouTube endeavor that I'm doing in the journey. That means I can quickly learn skills and apply them. The difficulty for me is being able to edit the content really quickly. And when your family comes first, that means you have to reprioritize how you're going to go and achieve your vision, your objective. And this is again where this Pareto principle comes into play. You should really step back, and this is what I've been trying to do, is step back and think smartly what you need to do. Ali talks about building systems, or a system. Okay? And systems are important because it's almost habitual in nature. Once you have a system and it works flawlessly or seamlessly, the habit just kicks in and it just keeps going. It's almost on automation. Now, this is one of the principles that Tim Ferris talks about, automation. His DEAL principle. Let's have a look. There you go. Can you see that? So DEAL stands for definition, elimination, automation, and liberation. So liberation is the final step, which is where I want to be. Everyone wants to be there. But automation is fundamental, because here's a little tip. So I use a video editing software suite called DaVinci Resolve. Now, as an example, so I used to just use the cut blade functionality to cut things. The smart move, the 80-20, so the 20% that I put in would be to learn the shortcuts for DaVinci Resolve to get maximum of the 80% output. So investing time thinking ahead, the best thing to do is to pause, step back, think about the hard stuff, and essentially get a system around it and automate it. So I've been playing around with that, and so that's the top tip. So the other top tip is it's okay to procrastinate. So one of my role models is, again, another role model is Adam Grant. Adam Grant wrote a book called The Originals, and in it his main theme is it's okay to procrastinate, because essentially people who have got original ideas will procrastinate because they need to get more information in to consider a better alternative or solution. So there is a fine line, obviously, between procrastinating and just not doing it and being lazy. But generally, people with original thinking leave it longer until they've got the right qualities in hand so that they can deliver the best solution possible. So that's another tip. You can procrastinate, and sometimes this is something that's interesting what Ali Abdaal says. He goes, it doesn't matter about the content, just get it out there. And I think that's a good point, but if you want to stack your cards, and he did say this, if you want to get further quicker, you have to put more effort in to stacking your cards, which means learning. So getting those videos out in that case isn't your objective. So my tip for you guys is that stick. So tip number 3, be realistic with your time. Don't say that you're going to deliver one video a day, because you're not going to be able to do that unless you don't care about the quality. Let's put it that way. And we all know that there is a certain degree of quality that you need in a YouTube video for people to actually go, oh yeah, content's really good. And what I've done here, though you may not know it, is I've actually kind of penned down some structure there. So coming back to Tim Ferriss's book, you know, the lifestyle design of the new rich is the nirvana. But I think you have to have a vision. And my vision is creativity, technology, and leadership, which all adds up to leaving a legacy for my kids. But at the same time, you know, hopefully I'll build up a course, a content good enough to put on, I know, some monetization stream. It's just going to only get better. So watch this space, subscribe to my channel, click on the notifications, and I've got so much more. Peace. Hey, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and look at my channel for more exclusive videos.